Morning. So we've got 3 orders going out. I'm going to show you 2 of my favourite collectibles to leave the store. They are both Hulk Hogan related, which is really good because it just allows me to basically show my respect to a legend, a Hall of Famer, an icon, and yeah, icons they live forever. Like he'll always be remembered. Wrestling's going to be around forever, and so will that name. Yesterday there wasn't a video for the eBay or the Vinted because I spent the whole day in the unit clearing up, and it feels so much better in here, just able to move around a lot easier. And it is part of the business that I need to remember sometimes, that days need to go into consolidating stock and making room, and also just sorting through all the packaging, because sometimes stuff comes in so quick that it all builds up, and before I know it I'm not able to move around, which that isn't the store we want to be running. But anyway, let's get into today's orders. So I'm going to show you two of my favourite orders, and then I've also got an unboxing because I've had a repeat buyer now who's bought off me. Shep, if you're watching, massive shout out to you. So Shep said he had some wrestling figures that he no longer wanted and was willing to send them to me. Now, I'm not 100% sure what's in this box, but he did say there is some Hulk Hogan in, so that's why I'm also going to open it up on this video. And then he's hoping to trade for this figure here. He said if he needs to put any extra money towards it, he will do. But I'm hoping, even if I break even, I'm happy to send that figure out to him at cost. And yeah, just trade for trade, because he's bought off me 2 times now. It's the first ever trade that I've done, and yeah, the fact that it's Hulk Hogan, it fits in with this video. So yeah, happy to do that. So the first order leaving the store is this Hulk Hogan NWO Metal Elite figure. Really nice figure, going back to the NWO days, like when Hulk Hogan went over from WWF over to the NWO, it was huge. And at the time, I didn't really follow the politics of wrestling. So I only learned about the politics of wrestling from watching the Vince McMahon documentary on Netflix. So yeah, him going over and turning heel was massive for the sport, and it's no wonder NWO became as big as it did and temporarily overtook the WWF era. So that's in at number 1. Yeah, I'll show you number 2 and then start getting them packed up instead of doing one at a time. But the second Hulk Hogan collectible to sell is this. It is a modern T-shirt. Oh no, it's not actually. Let's see if we can find a date on it, because it is actually Fruit of the Loom vintage tag, but there's no date on this. But it is a really nice shirt. It's the classic Hulk Hogan red and yellow colours. Says on the front Hulkamania. And then what's different about this, it's actually got the Impact Wrestling. It's got that label on the back, and you don't often see that. But the colour overall, it is in very good condition. I would say the red's faded a little bit, but it fits in. It actually, I don't know if you can tell on the video, but it actually fits in with the shirt. Looks really nice, and yeah, it's gonna make for such a nice piece. But as I said it the other day, we've had 2 legends pass this week. Ozzy Osbourne, he passed away on Tuesday, I think it was, 76 years old. And these collectibles have always been sat on the store, but it feels like when people pass away, collectors or fans, they seem to want to buy the stuff more, because I do notice it can't be an accident that 2 Hulk Hogan sold within a couple of hours of the news being made. But yeah, get these packed up and sent on to them now. I'm also going to start, because I did sorting of my packing yesterday. I've got a lot of packaging that's come. That's great, but I've got so many sheets of loose cardboard. Let's see if I can pull one out. Just loose pieces of cardboard. So my aim is to try and get through this before looking at the easy options and just like pulling out boxes, because it costs the business a lot of money. And for now, while I've not got like a lot of sales coming in, it makes sense for me to maybe start like manufacturing my own boxes to free up space, save some money, and then save them boxes for when I have a lot of sales coming in and I don't have as much time to be like making boxes and stuff like that. So just an idea and something to trial. I've still got this other Hulk Hogan that I love. I don't often get the Funkos in the store, but it's from the WrestleMania where he fought Andre the Giant. Like, such a cool figure. Like I said, I don't often get the Funkos in. I think I've got like 2 at the minute. But yeah, do love it. Even though I'm manufacturing my own boxes, it is still like obviously so important that the items get packed well and in a way that like I'd like to receive them, because even since like day one of me starting this, when I started selling my old stuff, I have always had the intention of like packing my orders in the exact same way that I want to receive them, because yeah, like they don't necessarily have to be look like it's a £1 million company packing them, but if you just always pack items in a way that you'd like to receive them, I feel like you can't really go wrong with that. So I'm going to give it a go, and if it doesn't look good or I think it could arrive damaged, I'm just going to go back to using the boxes for now. See, like, you can't really moan with that, so like just package well. I'll put some more cardboard there, and that's going to make sure it arrives safe, and then we'll stick it in a poly bag just so it looks a little bit neater. Thing is, like, it is one part of the business which I think a lot of people, if you're not say into selling yourself, it's one part of the business that's like massively overlooked. Like the cost of packaging, it's so much money, and it's like, say, running an eBay business, you're always encouraged to like run promotions, slash your prices, send coupon codes, and do loads of things. But there's like, everything's going down. Say if your prices are always going down, everything in the world is always going up. So it's like it's not sustainable, I don't think, to be able to say be constantly slashing your prices and then buying in what's it called, packaging, running coupons, what else, shop fees, promotion, like fees for when your item sells. Like, there's so many costs that you need to factor in. So that's why, like, I do always try and save like packaging and things like that, because it's obviously better for the environment, and yeah, it saves me money. There we go, that looks pretty good. I'd be happy to receive that. So now it's time. I'm going to change the camera angle for this. I'm going to put it there, and then we're going to do the unboxing and find out what's in this this box, this mystery box that Shep sent me. So let's shove that there, and then let's pull this back a bit. So I do believe, like, he did say like some of the stuff that's in there. Pretty sure it's like Hasbro's, Hulk Hogan. There might be some like loose Mattel figures, so they'll just like go on the multi-listed. But yeah, we'll run through and find out what he sent. But I'll say in a sec. He also drew, like, on the bottom he put like from Shep, and then drew the WWF logo, a wrestler, and a wrestling ring. Love that. There we go. So this is the aim of me running the YouTube channel, and the aim is to build a brand where I connect with collectors and they feel safe. Like, say Shep now, you've obviously, I'm speaking to you directly, but you've bought off me twice, and it's great that you feel safe being able to send me this stuff, knowing that, like, I'm not going to run off, or I'm not going to try and damage my business reputation. Like, you know, if I didn't like this, you get it sent back, or we'll sort something out with like wrestling figures, and that is literally what my aim is, as being like the owner of this business, is to try and build a business that people like can see that I'm passionate about, and that they can like deal with and trust, because yeah, it's just like nice to be able to do that. So let's have a look at it. Nice. So there's some really cool stuff straight away. So we'll show the cards last. I've got like a running nose at the minute, but we have, it is a loose card. We've got 2 loose cards even. So I think that I reckon I might be able to get like 30 to 40 for that. I'm not too sure about the Mighty Johnny, but we've got a empty packet carded, what's it called, Gonzalez Hasbro packet, which I think possibly I could get 30 to 40 on that. I'm not 100% sure. I'm not too sure what we can do on the Mighty Janity. That's going to be tough, but we'll see what we can do on that. I'll do some research and we'll have a look. We've then got your Hasbro's Hulk Hogan. Are the mechanisms working? Like, mechanisms in really good order, so that will go on the multi-listing. I won't like try and inflate prices. I literally, on my WWF Hasbro wrestling figures, whatever I currently have these for sale for, I'll match that. I'll match that price for like the working mechanisms, but they're both in really good working order, which is great. So if I say like average, like, I don't know, £5 to £6 each on them. We've got another Hasbro, again in really good order. The Hulk Hogan sign has faded a little bit, but the mechanism's in really nice working order, so that's good. For these, you've got your loose wrestling figures, again no rattling, which is really good, but I'd probably put these on for like £3 each. Again, Chris Jericho, that'd just like go on the multi-listing for like £3. Some more cards there. Nice. So we've got a Berserker. That definitely brings the value up. Is the mechanism working? Mechanism's in good working order, so that'll probably go on the multi-listing at like, say, 35 to 40, something like that. You do see Berserker quite a lot, but it's when you get in with the robe, that's when like the figure becomes more collectible. When you get the Hasbros with the accessories, like, the price just skyrockets. And it, like, I do notice that, say, even when I'm selling modern wrestling figures. So say we've got this Triple H wrestling figure here. The figure, I'll probably sell it, like I said, for like £3, £3.25. But then the accessories, they can go from like £5 all the way up to like £10 for like small accessories, like just for, say, some shades. I sell them for like £4 to £5 each, for such a like small accessory. When you compare to like the size of a figure, it's not always about the size. So let's carry on. So here we have Brutus the Barber Beefcake, and just as I was saying, it does actually have the the accessory with it. So again, this brings the value up. It's something I'd obviously be charging more money for, because it's a lot. It makes it more rare to have the accessory with it. So I'd probably put that up maybe at, like, I don't know, I'll have to have a look into that, but say between £10 and £15, something like that. Like I said, I am going to try my best to get this out at cost for you. If I break even on it, I'm happy doing that. But I'll get these on the store today and then work out, and then I'll send you a message privately, Shep, and let you know where I think I'm at. Again, got Skinner there, really good condition. And what's rare with this one, it's still got the hat attached. Quite often it comes into the store. I can't actually remember how much I sell this for, but this, I see it quite often with the hat detached, and that decreases the value, but still intact, which is a good sign. And what I'm loving about these is all the mechanisms are in really good condition, and I don't want to jinx it yet, but I can't actually see any what's it called, any like fading to the figures, which is really good. So then the next one I pull out, the mechanism's damaged. So on this one, it will be sold as damaged, just because both of the arms are supposed to flick back. You can see the right one is, but the right one's still loose. So on, say, my multi-listing, I'll just include on the title damaged mechanism, and it just lets collectors know this is a display piece and the mechanism isn't working fully. Ultimate Warrior, nice, another good one, good condition. And again, like you see quite often with the Ultimate Warrior, that because of the colour of the shorts, they like discolour quite a lot, but again, it's in really good order, which is good to see. So here again, you see this quite a bit on the Hasbros. The far right finger, the pinky, is actually missing on that. Try and show it there, that's probably the best light. Missing there, and because it's like such a fragile part, it isn't uncommon. It isn't uncommon to see that. You see it quite a lot with especially on like the Doink the Clown. He's got like all 5 fingers up, and you'll buy them, and like sometimes they'll come like that. Like they're always missing fingers. Sergeant Slaughter, again, good condition. British Bulldog, let's see if we can sort that. See, with this Berserker, the mechanism's broke on that one, but someone will still like it for a display figure. Another Hulk Hogan, good working order. That one's being glued, that Legion of Doom. I think with the broken ones, to be honest, I might just put them on Vinted, unless it's like a rare figure. I think I'll probably put them on Vinted. But majority of these are in really good condition, which is good. Big Boss Man, Rowdy Roddy Piper. I have got an empty packet of Rod Piper, so I might potentially have a go at putting that in with my empty packet, and yeah, selling that as a lot. So it might just help fetch a higher value. And then Brutus the Barber in the zebra pants. But Shep, it's a good first unboxing and good first trade that I've ever done. So I'm gonna go through, and like I said, I'm gonna try my best to send this out at cost. And yeah, we'll just go from there. So yeah, that's all for today's video. If you enjoy collectibles, subscribe to the channel. It's still in the early days, but yeah, we're trying to build this, like I said, to create a company where like you can see the person behind it does care about collectibles. It's not just all about the profit, the money, whatever. The money I make just allows me to, yeah, get more collectibles basically. So yeah, thanks for watching. There'll be a video at 8 for the Vinted where it's balance update today. So yeah, tune in for that. See you in a bit.